This podcast is brought to you by Three Rivers Energy Partners. In today's episode of Digest This.
Since 2021, they've added over 20,000 megawatts of clean energy capacity.
The Strategic Reliability Reserve is essentially a safety net for the grid. It includes about 4,000 megawatts of backup resources.
It basically lets AI train on sensitive energy data without, exposing that data.
Welcome to Digest This, Unpacking Our Sustainable Future, where we dive deep into the latest developments in sustainability and renewable energy. Join us in exploring the pioneering solutions and technologies that are shaping our future. Now, let's dive into today's episode.
All right, so let's talk about California's energy evolution. The California Energy Commission published a report on May 2nd about California's energy leaders' progress on grid reliability ahead of summer 2025. They stated that since 2021, they've added over 20,000 megawatts of clean energy capacity. I mean, that's monumental progress.
It absolutely is. That level of expansion plays a crucial role in diversifying energy resources, which is so important as we move away from fossil fuels. And this isn't just about numbers, it's about building resilience into the grid.
Exactly. And you know what blew me away? The Diablo Canyon power plant. Nuclear power has been acting as a bridge, stabilizing the energy supply while we ramp up clean solutions. It's kind of brilliant, isn't it?
It's an interesting case for sure. The decision to extend its operation was controversial, but pragmatically speaking, it's been a strategic move. Nuclear power provides consistent energy when renewable sources like solar or wind might fluctuate. During this transitional phase to a 100% clean energy grid, having that stability really matters.
Right, and speaking of clean energy, how about this stat? In 2024, for the first time ever, California operated on 100% clean energy in the California ISO service area for 3 of every 5 days and operated at 100% clean electricity for at least part of the day for, get this, 219 days. 219.
That's incredible. But it's not just symbolic. It showcases what's possible when we invest in renewables and smart grid technology. Consistently reaching those numbers demonstrates reliability even during peak demand periods, especially with solar output hitting record levels.
Right. The report states that solar energy output hit a peak of 19,000 megawatts. That balance of solar generation and demand, it's like a whole new frontier. And it's working, Emily. They didn't issue a single flex alert in 2024, none.
That's a testament to California's long-term planning and innovative solutions. Remember, it's not just about generating clean energy, but managing it effectively, integrating solar, wind, storage, you name it. Their approach has raised the bar for grid management worldwide.
Absolutely, and we're just scratching the surface of what's next. So just when you think California couldn't surprise us any further, remember those record-breaking solar outputs and stable grids we just talked about? Here's something even wilder. Back in 2020, they had around 700 megawatts of battery storage. Fast forward to today, over 13,000. 13,000 megawatts. That's like, what? A 20x leap in just a few years?
It's a massive jump. And that increase isn't just a number, it's a game changer for renewable energy. Because, let's be real, solar and wind aren't consistent energy sources. The sun sets and sometimes the wind just doesn't blow. But with that much battery capacity, we can store the excess renewable energy during productive times and use it when demand spikes, like in the evening.
Exactly, like capturing the sun's energy during the day and unleashing it when people are cranking their air conditioners after work. That's huge for grid stability. And it's not just about batteries. There's also the Strategic Reliability Reserve, right?
That's right. The Strategic Reliability Reserve is essentially a safety net for the grid. It includes about 4,000 megawatts of backup resources. And the exciting part is how diverse these resources are. They're not just traditional solutions. We're talking about virtual power plants, demand response programs, even distributed energy resources. It's like creating flexibility in the system, which is crucial during extreme events like heat waves or wildfires. As we see more adoption of these technologies, the grid doesn't just get smarter, it becomes more collaborative. Everyone has a role, from utilities to individuals.
It's like this collective network, right? All these contributions stacking up to make the grid not only resilient but also adaptable. It's really inspiring to see how far we've come. Speaking of how technology is reshaping the grid, Emily, let's dive into one of the most exciting developments, AI and its role in transforming energy systems. The Argonne National Laboratory recently published a press release about the Argonne Workshop, where they shared how foundational AI models are revolutionizing grid management. Doesn't it feel like we've stepped into the science fiction version of energy innovation?
It really does. But the thing is, Alex, it's not just futuristic, it's happening right now. AI foundation models are incredible because they can process vast, complex data sets and identify patterns that we totally miss with traditional methods. This means they can predict and even prevent grid failures before they happen. It's like we're building smarter safety nets for our energy systems.
Right, and that predictive ability is key. They mentioned that these AI systems can find subtle, almost invisible signals in grid operations, helping fix problems before they become major disruptions. And it's wild, right? We're talking not just resilience, but optimization on a whole new level.
Exactly. It's optimization, but also adaptation. The models can evolve as the grid evolves, which is critical. Take something as complex as incorporating distributed energy resources, things like rooftop solar or community wind projects. With AI, we're better equipped to integrate those smaller, localized systems into the grid seamlessly.
Totally. And you know what stood out for me in this press release? The mention of privacy-preserving federated learning. It's a mouthful, sure, but it basically lets AI train on sensitive energy data without, exposing that data. That's a game changer as grids become more connected, don't you think?
It really is. Because as we move towards a grid with more distributed energy, and let's face it, that's the future, security and privacy become just as important as resilience. Trust in these systems is crucial if we want to see widespread adoption. It's exciting to think we're solving for those challenges now rather than later.
Yeah, it's like we're catching up with tomorrow before it gets here. How do you see AI shaping policy around energy systems?
Oh, I think it's going to play a central role. Policymaking will need to incorporate AI-driven insights to stay relevant. For instance, real-time grid data can inform decisions on energy tariffs or even emergency protocols. But the challenge is ensuring these policies are robust enough to match the speed and complexity of AI advancements. Science and policy need to move in sync, which is always easier said than done.
That's a powerful point. But isn't it kind of awesome that we're even having this conversation? I mean, 10 years ago, we weren't talking about AI running our grids. And now we're in the thick of it.
It's definitely a moment of transformation. We're not just maintaining power systems anymore. We're reshaping them into something smarter, cleaner, and more inclusive. And while there's still a lot to figure out, the foundation we're building today is going to define the energy future for decades to come.
On that note, I think we've covered some amazing ground today. California's milestones, modern battery systems, and now AI. If this episode doesn't make everyone optimistic about energy, I don't know what will.
I completely agree. It's been great unpacking all these advancements with you, Alex. And for everyone listening, let's carry this energy forward to our communities, to conversations with friends, and to how we think about sustainability in our own lives.
Absolutely. And that's all for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on Powering the Future. Thank you for listening to Digest This, Unpacking Our Sustainable Future, a Three Rivers Energy Partners podcast. Three Rivers Energy Partners is a renewable energy company that empowers organizations with the ability to create a sustainable future by converting organic waste streams into renewable energy and resources. To get the latest episode of Digest This, or to find out more about Three Rivers Energy Partners, visit threeriversenergy.com or find us on LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. The sustainable future is being created right now. Keep exploring and keep up to speed with the latest in renewable energy and sustainability. See you next time.